Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. Airports are always an emotional place for fans, especially when BTS members are seen departing or returning from their international schedules. Every step, every look, even the smallest gesture, can instantly become a hot topic among armies around the world. But on that day, there was one moment that felt different. It wasn't the throngs of fans crowding the terminal, nor was it their usual stylish outfits, but rather a subtle yet meaningful reaction from Jeon Jungkook to Park Jimin. It all started as the members walked out of the arrivals gate under a tight guard from staff and security. Media cameras and fans' phones were immediately raised, trying to capture every second of this rare moment. The atmosphere was filled with happy screams, calls of the members' names, and almost non-stop camera flashes. Amidst the hustle and bustle, Jimin walked slightly ahead, dressed in simple casual attire, but still exuding his signature elegant aura. His face was calm, with a small smile that always managed to warm fans' hearts. A few steps behind him, Jungkook followed casually, but his gaze seemed focused on Jimin. At first, many thought it was just a coincidence. But as the video was replayed by fans on social media, small details began to emerge. Jungkook's gaze wasn't just looking ahead. He was watching Jimin with a very gentle gaze, as if making sure his hyung was okay amidst the dense crowd. The moment lasted only a few seconds, but to fans, those brief seconds felt long and meaningful. Jungkook briefly slowed his pace when Jimin paused to adjust his bag. Without saying a word, Jungkook stopped too. He turned his head slightly toward Jimin, then waited until Jimin resumed walking. This simple gesture might seem insignificant to others, but to ARMY, it was a sign of genuine concern. In the world of K-pop idols, full of busy schedules and high pressure, small gestures like these often convey a closeness that's hard to describe. Fans who saw the video began talking about it on various platforms. They slowed down the footage, zoomed in, and even created a special compilation to show how clearly Jungkook's expression was at that moment. Many said his eyes looked both worried and affectionate. Shortly after the video went viral, comments from fans began flooding social media. Some wrote that Jungkook always had a habit of paying attention to Jimin, especially in crowded situations like airports or concert stages. Others said their relationship felt very natural, like two people who understood each other without needing much to say. What made this moment even more interesting was the consistency of Jungkook's behavior toward Jimin over time. This wasn't the first time fans had seen Jungkook react in a gentle way toward Jimin. On numerous previous occasions, whether at concerts, award shows, or live broadcasts, Jungkook had often been seen paying attention to Jimin in the same way. He would turn his head when Jimin spoke, smile when Jimin laughed, and sometimes subconsciously adjust his pace to stay close. At the airport that day, another small detail was also caught on camera. As the crowd grew denser, a staff member signaled for the members to move faster toward the vehicle. Jimin appeared to be struggling slightly due to the narrow path and the large crowd surrounding him. That's when Jungkook quickly moved closer, standing slightly beside Jimin, as if offering space and protection. The gesture was so subtle, it was almost imperceptible if not carefully observed. Fans who saw the footage immediately realized that the action was no accident. They felt Jungkook instinctively wanting to make sure Jimin was safe. There were no words spoken, no dramatic gesture, but it was precisely that simplicity that made the moment so touching. Some fans even said that Jungkook's reaction at the airport reflected a deeply emotional connection between the two of them. They saw a sense of responsibility, care, and comfort that can only come from a long-standing relationship. Since debuting together years ago, Jungkook and Jimin have gone through countless experiences: rigorous training, world tours, industry challenges, and even personal moments that have shaped their bond. Behind the camera and global fame, they remain two people. They support each other. That's why fans are so moved by simple moments like this. Because in the entertainment world, which is often full of drama and pressure, small gestures like a glance or a coordinated step can be a symbol of genuine closeness.
Let's go!
There's also an emotional aspect that makes this moment even more powerful. Airports are often places of farewell or the beginning of long journeys. In such situations, the sense of caring between members becomes crucial. Jungkook, known as the youngest member, often displays a mature and protective side toward the other members, especially Jimin, who has a warm and sensitive personality. As the video continued to spread, many fans began to develop their own theories and analyses. They compared this moment to previous incidents, looking for similar patterns in Jungkook and Jimin's interactions. Some even said that Jungkook's gaze at the airport seemed distinctly different, deeper, more focused, and full of emotion. But behind all the speculation, there's one thing almost all fans agree on. The moment felt incredibly genuine. It wasn't staged, exaggerated, and designed for the camera. It was precisely because of its naturalness that the moment felt so precious. When the vehicle finally arrived at the exit, the members quickly got in one by one. Jimin stepped out first, followed by Jungkook, who still managed to glance at Jimin briefly before the car door closed. It was a brief glance, but it was enough to get fans talking about it again and again. For many, it might have been just a brief glance, but for ARMY, that glance felt like a silent message. It was proof that despite their busy schedules and immense pressure, Jungkook and Jimin's relationship remained filled with care and warmth. And perhaps that's why that small moment at the airport touched so many people. Because sometimes the simplest things hold the deepest meaning. A slowed pace, a gentle look, or a spontaneous reaction can say everything without a single word. And maybe that was the moment fans will never forget. A simple reaction, a quiet glance, and a feeling that spoke louder than words. Because sometimes, love and care aren't shown through grand gestures, but through the smallest actions that only the heart can truly understand. What do you think about Jungkook's reaction to Jimin at the airport? Was it just a normal moment? Or did it really say everything? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion is always part of the story. And if you felt touched by this moment, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow ARMYs, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional updates, hidden moments, and stories about Jimin and Jungkook that fans around the world are still talking about. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and for being part of this beautiful journey with us. See you in the next video.